like I'm living rent-free in your heads again, huh? I mean, if you're gonna spend your days obsessing over me, you might as well start calling me something respectable. Maybe Daddy Shizzy, or better yet, Papa Nut. Who's the grown-up here? Alright, it's me. Let's go. Call me Daddy. Yeah, that's who I am. Running your mind's like a master plan. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy. Take your pick. Alone in your thoughts while you still act sick. Call me Daddy. It's what you mean. While you chase the crooks and I take the lead. Living rent-free. That's my name. Go ahead, say it. Put some respect on the name. Man, I'm too old. Well, here's a surprise. I'm the one with the brains while you're stuck with the lies. You act like you're experts, but here's the reality. I'm the one controlling your mental reality. So while you're out there trying to throw shade, I'm sipping coffee and you're feeling betrayed. You're mad, I got the spotlight, now it's my time. So why not call me Daddy or Papa with a rhyme? I'm the landlord and you're just the tenants. Stuck in your headspace with no end to sight, no repentance. Call me Daddy, you know it's true. You'd be lost without me, stuck in the glue. Call me Daddy, I'm owning your mind while you're scrambling, trying to find what's behind. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, don't you see? You're living in my world now, I'm the VIP. Call me Daddy, just let it be. While you're trying to figure out your own identity. Oh, I see you're confused, trying to get it right. Spinning your wheels while I'm out of sight. You think you got it figured, but you got it all wrong. I've been running your minds all along. But sure, keep pretending you don't care. Keep saying you're done, but I'm still in the air. You got no choice but to bow to my name. Daddy Shizzy is here to own the game. You say you don't watch, but you're obsessed. Every word I say puts you to the test. Call me Daddy, Papa Nut, you know you should. Because I've been living rent-free, and you know it feels good. Stuck with Daddy for life. I'm Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, owning your headspace, and there's no escape. Good luck with that.
I'm back. Hey everybody, how are you doing? Don't mind me, I'm just lurking. Well, you can lurk away, you can lurk away. And yes, we will be moving this over to Rumble a little bit later on. We've got a few things that we're going to go over before we get there. Then these are the ones that are all and you have to understand the reason why we do this over on Rumble is because they don't like the truth being out there. It hurts them. It hurts them, and it hurts their lives so much that they will come in. They've said it multiple times that they will destroy channels. They will take out channels for showing any of the information that they've so freely given and criticizing it. And it just drives them up the wall, and they've got to silence the opposition. That's what they do. What? Oh, Wendy Bono, thank you very much. Good to see. Oh, I love that pretty kitty. It says Papa Nut in the house. Let's go. Yes, we will get there tonight. Trust me. The stuff that I'm going to be showing, even on Rumble, is going to be spicy. We'll probably have them spinning in their boots 9 times over. It's going to be a lot to take in. So I hope that you guys are ready for it, because it's going to get really, really spicy. And speaking of spicy, we've got some plans for next week to do Sunday Spice over here. And it's something that Diva and Fallstorm have been working on. So you definitely want to come by for that next Sunday. It's going to be good. It's going to be one of the best Sunday spices you ever saw. It's going to be great. We're looking forward to it. Oh my gosh. Hey, hello. I look so tan. Yes, I was at the beach. That does that to you. You get out there in a little bit of sunlight and you get tanned, and it feels good. It feels really good. Oh my gosh, truth speaks louder than their BS lies. Well, and so and that's the thing, is I want them to watch and see all the people that are over there say, oh, they do nothing but spread lies. I'll show them proof of everything that they've been saying. All the language that they've been using straight from their own mouths, straight from their own mouths. So you get to see exactly what's happening, and that drives them up the wall. Because there's no way for them to spin it. Oh, we didn't say that. No, you did. You did. You said it multiple times, and they hate it. They hate it whenever you expose them. Because what did they do? How many days is it now since they haven't talked about Hales? Oh, 0. We're back on 0 again. Back on 0, because I guarantee you that is what they're going to be doing any given night. Hales lives rent free in their head. It's absolutely glorious to watch. Just watch them try to spin. Watch them go bonkers. Hey, how's it going, Debbie Mary Boyle? Good to see you. Yeah, we got. Oh, what was that they scream out of context? Oh, all of the stuff we're going to have them screaming out of context. So you get to hear exactly what they said. Already moved to Rumble. Awesome. Awesome. You will find it just as enjoyable there as you do over here, because it is going. And if you're wondering how to get to the Rumble link, it's pinned at the very top of the chat. So if you go up there to the top, you'll see it pinned up there, and you can just click on it. It should take you right over there to the actual stream. So you're good over there. And I do see all you guys. Wicked, see you over there on the Rumble side. Mary Boyle, thank you very much for joining in over there, because it's going to be a fiery one tonight. And I guess we could get some of the low-hanging fruit out of the way. I mean, although this is probably some of the more important low-hanging fruit, as you're about to see. Give me just a second. I want to make sure that I've got, because what I'm going to be showing over here is going to take a little bit of time. So you're going to get first shot at it. Here we go. Is that right? Window. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Boom. So this is what was filed here. Thank you, Max, for screen grabbing that. That's pretty hilarious. Now, what Larnett has to say here is, Otters Creek is I'm not part of any ecosystem of any kind, except you are. Hey, Linda Allen, thank you so much. Bring it, Shizzy. Show those fools the truth. I'm just going to show them what they've been saying. Show all of them what they've been saying. And you can determine after this how you react to it. It is entirely up to you. I thank you, Linda Allen. I appreciate it. That is a lovely picture. That's a lovely picture. Thank you. I'm not part of any ecosystem of any kind. I do not personally know Gupo, and I have very spoken to him. I do not know Mr. Bonebreak. Wait a second. You don't know Mr. Bonebreak at all? I seem to remember that you wrote a letter. What did that letter say? Why are you harassing Mr. Bonebreak? Are you saying you didn't write that line yet? Is that what you're saying now? That you didn't actually write that? Because you knew enough about him. Well, he doesn't belong in this. He didn't do anything. Didn't do anything. Seems like you do know him then. I do not know. I do not know Robert Kinsey. You don't know Robert Kinsey? You mean the guy that gave you money? You don't know him either? Wow. Way to get rid of him too. I mean, she's all these people that were supporting her. Now they don't want to have anything to do with you. How do you feel about that, Robbie? Oh, you don't know her at all. You never helped her, huh? Never sent her any money, never sent her any help, never sent over. Oh, wait, you were claiming that you were sending people over to help out, and she turned it down or some crap like that. But you don't know who they are. That's what you do for people you don't know. I do not know Paint Chip. I've never spoken to him. Oh, yeah, sure you haven't. It makes me wonder, who have you spoken to? I do not know anything about the anti-Wth ecosystem. See, they already know about, she knows exactly who these people are, except that of our stalker. I have never told Shizzywhiznut I was hiring a hitman ever. She's a bold-faced liar. And I'm filing suit against her for slander and libel and defamation of character because she's a liar. Really? Really? How are you going to file suit against her? Is it the same way that you filed suit against Jeremy? Is it the same way that you dropped that suit against Jeremy? Or is it the same way you filed suit against Larry Foreman, Jeremy, and Travis, Wes, all those people? All of a sudden now, and then you drop that one, or maybe the one that you filed against the Grangers, and then whenever it was too late, you dropped out of that one too. Yeah, we're going to be going into some of that craziness too tonight. I mean, when exactly did you decide that you were going to file a suit? Is this coming from your legal counsel, the one that's in trouble now? The one that's in trouble now. Traveling Fools, yo, 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 smash that thumbs up. Thank you, Traveling Fools. I appreciate you. So good to see you, brother. My Blue Ridge boy. How you doing, man? She is a bold-faced liar, and she's best friends with Jamie. Johnson is sticking up for drug addict and someone who did very wrong at my property. Did very wrong at your property. The one, wait a second. Now, we saw exactly from Jamie's version of what was happening. Are you just now catching up on people showing the truth again? Because it seems to me Char's video, and you guys were here for that. We went through her conversation with Jamie Starr Johnson, and there's another one. There's more to come on that. You think that went away? Oh, I'm pretty sure that Char has got quite a bit more. You know, because here's the thing that happens with people. Whenever they start having that conversation, whenever they start opening up about it and start comparing stories, all of a sudden there's this thing that shows up, and it becomes very important to everybody else, like finding out the truth. And then all of a sudden you're like, wait, that's not what was told. That's not what was said. That's not what I heard. That was something else entirely. We've got Tracy Weldon. Oh my gosh, you guys are so nice. Tracy Weldon gifted 5 memberships. Let's just show Tracy a little bit of love, because I know you guys missed the song.
Welcome to the shit
show.
Yes.
Every single day, a new flavor of fuckery, 'cause everybody sucks, you see, and they're dumber than a bag of clots. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then 4 more days of increasingly stupid, ridiculous, ignorant, balderdash, poppycock, bollocks, and buggery. Thank you, Tracy. I appreciate it. And make sure you guys show Tracy some love if she gifted you a membership. And we got Traveling Fools, yo, yo, yo. Smash that thumbs up. Thank you, brother. And of course, Dan Davis with the lurking tax. $2. Thank you so much, Dan. You can lurk away, and it's never expected, but always appreciated. Thank you very much, Dan. You're an absolute gem. Cats TVM, I'm coming in late. Appreciate it. Oh, welcome, Keeper of the Chippy. Good to see you. You must know Lord Chippy. Oh, Tizzy, look at you. How are you doing? Very welcome, Shizzy. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I saw Tizzy right above you. It says, bag of rocks they are. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, bag of rocks. That's exactly it. That's exactly. So, including being part of a stolen camper. But what exactly happened on that? See, and you know, you hear Lynette's portion of it, finding out that the camper was stolen. The reason it was reported stolen is so they could get the damn thing off of your property. Because you were trying to lay claim to it. You were trying to take her property, no different than you were trying to do with Lloyd's. You're really jonesing for that RV. I mean, it is like, it must be your life goal to have an RV. I guess it just keeps that free spirit alive. Oh, well, I also doubt, this will all be proven without a doubt. I have also never spoken to only me ever. This has got to stop. It's destroying lives. It's creating health problems. It's creating health problems. No, maybe living in a dump is causing some health problems. You know, that maybe look internally and see, you know, is the guilt starting to eat you a little bit? The lies catching up to you, Lynette? It's creating hurt and heartache for a 5-year-old. Wait a second. A 5-year-old? Wait a second. Math isn't mathing. Is she 5 or is she 6? I mean, I'm curious. I'm curious. Do you not even know the age of your own child? That seems pretty screwy. Wow, you must really care about that child a lot, Lynette. You can't even remember how old it is. I bet you're saying, oh, she's potty trained too, right? Yeah, that sounds like a really healthy lifestyle. Good way to go. You keep up. You keep doing you. You keep doing you. Hey, by the way, Lynette, you want to know what happened to all your money? We're going to show you tonight what happened to all your money. You may want to stay tuned for that because that's coming up really, really soon. You get to find out how all of your money was getting spent. All that hard grifted money, you know, on the Fleas channel. Guess what? You get to see tonight how some of that money might have been spent. You may want to start like trying to get that stuff back. I mean, all it takes is you filling out the right paperwork, maybe, you know, going about things properly, and you might too find out how your money was being spent. But before we get to that, we've got something so special. Yeah, the child turned 6. No, did she turn 6 today? She turned 6 today, or it just slipped her mind. You could try to load the page in a web browser. That might give you a pinch capacity. I really do not know. I typically always watch on desktop. It's like, I like my 25 inches screens. Hey, Cowboy LOP is homeschooling her, but she doesn't know her age. But what happened was, and I'll explain a little bit here. So, you know, I get this moron. Everybody knows whenever I talk about who Darth Touch is. Well, Darth Touch likes to send things out to, you know, me, because who else is going to read his shit? Not his 7 sock accounts. Who else is going to read his shit? So I have actually read through some of it. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh yeah, before we get to my response to his bullshit, I almost forgot, because this was also filed, and this is pretty damn funny. It says, Clerk Candace wrongfully entered default against me even though I had already filed my answer. She has ignored numerous communications alerting to this. Huh? And asking to be removed. Please see the default is removed so my counterclaims can go forward. That's not how it works. See, you're in default. Counterclaims can't go forward because you were in default. The judge ruled on it. And this is going to go towards what I'm talking about with Darth Touch. This is more of the kind of bullshit that they like to pull. I did not know there was a fee, and nobody told me when I came to file it. I'm indigent and the fee should be waived. That's not how it works in a civil filing. So what happened here was she got billed for unpaid court fees. And we're also going to get into some of those unpaid court fees and see who was actually getting paid. Yeah, we have some of that too. Yeah, we're going to show you where your money went to, LiarNet. You get to find out where some of that money disappeared to. Oh, isn't that going to be glorious? But like I said, it's like the email originated from outside of it. Of course, this was filed with the court because she has a billing letter for current unpaid court fees. Whenever you file a counterclaim in any kind of suit, it doesn't matter whether you're in default or not. If you try filing some extra BS in there, it's going to get called out. It's going to get brought to the court's attention. And, oh yeah, well, why don't we get to Volmet? Why don't we go ahead and get to Volmet? Because, his idiot self decided, well, he was going to write his little Substack article. And so you may not totally understand this, but, Volmet should understand this right here because yeah, I had to read it over and sort of like give my little bit of information about Darth Touch's little Substack sermon. Now, it isn't journalism because he brands a Florida judge too lazy, his clerk illiterate, and lawyers fools or villains because the outcome didn't favor his anti-Hills audience. Now, he treats polyflop as a legal term instead of Bubbles' made-up label for outcomes that he dislikes, and accuses Hales of creating litigation for YouTube views. Now, what he describes is standard procedure. Suits are filed, voluntarily dismissed, counterclaims are filed, bankruptcy stays, lapse, and reinstated, and motions are exchanged. Now, the system works when LMNOP misses deadlines and Shockit responds, with Bubbles risking his license through unauthorized involvement. Now, his take on Levy County case is pure garbage from a brain-dead hack because Volmet admits LMNOP's privacy and image suits were voluntarily dismissed without prejudice. Not nuked for the frivolity or merits, but this drooling idiot conveniently hides from his pathetic 7 sock puppet count followers that in Florida, bailing out doesn't erase frivolous filings. And that's exactly the trash that she spewed 3 separate times. Each one of us turned into a sanction-begging disaster. One of them she got off easy on. Now, he slaps aborted on them for cheap drama, but LMNOP yanked the plug herself, not Hales orchestrating anything. Now, he peddles her bankruptcy as a noble heroism to stop the madness, but it was all a desperate stall on her self-inflicted collapse. Her own mouth moves, burying her deeper in a hole that she dug. Now, he craves LMNOP as a blameless waif, a master tactician, but Barry's house Ranrap botched the reinstatement like the incompetent fool that she was. Cracking open the depths and sanctions, Bubbles' slimy fingerprints are all over the screw-ups, the same obsessive dead horse beating that may have hounded Stark into his grave with a nonstop harassment, and until the poor bastard just couldn't take it anymore. Now, the judge's criticism is, of course, inaccurate. Volmet calls Grobe asking for a proposed order a problem when Florida courts do this for efficiency. He assumes Gray was just too lazy and didn't read without evidence. He claims Shockett added sanctions to the protective order denial without authority, but judges review and change drafts. The signed order with sanctions for the no-show deposition means Grove approved or saw no issue. Now, Volmut ignores LMNOP's absence because caused the problems. Bubbles' emails screaming the same dead horse logic that tormented Stark. Now, the clerk and default part is also wrong. LMNOP missed her response to the Granger's malicious prosecution suit after service. The judicial default came in after checking the docket showing no filing and notice was given. Volmut says the clerk entered default despite her filing, blaming the clerk for not seeing it, but gives no proof of any of those errors. Late filings don't miss deadlines, and her motion to set aside claiming a filing wasn't there. He uses Bubbles' emails of proof of clerk failure, messages docketed but not answered, and calls Shockett wrong for using them. Bubbles' messages show unauthorized practice and harassment, not clerk error. Identical to how he hounded Stark, sanctions brewing out on the lawyer for Bubbles' scripted disasters until, well, death silenced the escape. Now, his view of Shockett's filings are also false. He claims malicious prosecution, frivolous without explaining why or how voluntary dismissals can support them. His labels are sanctions abuse, prosecutor suit overreach, defamation claims content bait. He says nothing Shockett files has merit without details or how LMNOP's actions gave cause. He skipped Shockett's warnings to withdraw barred counters filed during default, her fee complaints, and hearing delay. Or just more tactics. More of Bubbles' endless beating of a dead horse. Everyone questions why won't he quit? It must be that same pressure that broke Stark. Now, Volmut also assumes Hales and Shockett are wrong. The court incompetent turns normal steps into a video plot. He avoids orders and how LMNOP's mistakes and Bubbles' actions created the issues. He attacks the court instead of the facts. Now, Volmut's Substack isn't journalism because it just repeats Bubbles' claims, omits the facts showing LMNOP's group as delay operators. Volmut omits Fleesa raising large sums for projects and memorials that never happened, later calling it personal money after using LMNOP's child for donations that helped LP and her ex on the property. Now, Volmut omits Bubbles creating Polyflop and to hide his goals to end of Hale's channel, boasting about delaying Hales' federal case for 6 months while Fleesa funded bankruptcy delays. Oh, yeah. LMNOP's thumbnail and trespass suits ended late, leading to sanctions in Hale's federal tortious interference suits against Bubbles. Fleesa, Stupid Dave, Paint Chips, all of them for interference. State unauthorized practice suits target more of Deuce's involvement. Rights cases against officials like Owen for ignoring protection orders. Volmut omits every single one of those, which just shows lack of research or extreme bias. He omits Stark's deposition, exposing Bubbles as being the puppet master, a lawyer begging out before death sanctions targeting Stark for Bubbles' misdeeds, harassment that may just have driven him to his grave. The errors start with the fundraising. Bubbles said he would end Hales' channel. Fleesa raised money for the bankruptcy delays. LMNOP filed suits, missed deposition, ended cases late, faced sanctions for absences. Stark's case collapses under Bubbles' relentless scripts. The Granger suit came. She missed response, filing a claim that wasn't there. Default entered after the docket check showed nothing. Her motion to set aside said it was filed earlier with free assistance from Bubbles. Counters asked for Granger's default for ignoring her claims of emotional distress and conspiracy from cleared reports and signs. Shockett warned to withdraw or pay fees. She amended claiming exploitation and filed mere sanctions. Bankruptcy was a delay. Missed reinstatement allowed deposition. She skipped with late protection motions, sanctions for cause. Bubbles' emails to clerks claiming schemes. Attached old Shockett records, video links showing his involvement while Volmut called it reasonable. It's the same obsessive harassment that broke Stark. More omissions to hurt the story. LMNOP complained to clerks about unpaid counter fees. She said no one told her. A clerk demanded payment or end it. Her motion for default against Granger's, while defaulted, was barred. The amended answer admitted ends, but calls reversals unfair, added unrelated federal issues just to delay. Now, Bubbles claims that he added sanctions without a glance, signed order approved. He attached records, asked when default ends like clerks work for him. Harassment seeking removal, hearing request delayed, notice seemed desperate with federal stay. Volmut omits completely how this led to Hale's interferences cases. Unauthorized practice reviews with emails as proof. Owen cases for rights issues, omits Bubbles' dead horse beating, marrying his Stark torment. The hidden background Volmut ignores starts with stalking. Hales wintered in Otter Creek. LMNOP followed from Northport. Lost control when he stopped her tortoise rescue funding. Hales got Ohio protection order. LMNOP filed a Florida one. Dropped after Judge Grudge was removed. She and ex post signs around town, starting Hales' first federal case against them. He omits all of Fleece's fundraising for non-existent projects, money kept after personal after LMNOP's child, using LMNOP's child, benefiting LP and the ex. Now, Bubbles' delay claims turns against him in reviews. LMNOP's pro se claims hide Bubbles drafts. Fee avoidance shows depletion. Counters reuse. Ended claims. Clerks recorded messages but ignored, leading to Shockett's actions. Volmut calls for a response and says it's wrong. Admits Bubbles' messages as real abuse. Same as his Stark harassment. Everyone wonders if it killed the lawyer. Now, a judge or a reader sees this polyflop failure. LMNOP's absences and changes seek fee increases. Bubbles' action risks his license loss. Volmut's paid writing just lacks value. And Hale's channels continues. The group loses resources. The operation, it fails from its own actions. Now, you want to see where that money's been going to? I bet you are ready to see where some of that money's been going to. But we have to take you way back. We have to pull you back into a time before they were caught. We have to pull you back just a little bit so you can sort of see how this picture lays out. Well, thank you, Missing Nilstar. We appreciate you too. Just another step of life. Oh, yeah. Well, here is going to be what I've been holding on to for a little bit. And I sort of feel bad, but you have to understand there's a reason why I'm showing this. And it's not to destroy anybody, but to point out the inconsistencies and the lies. Okay. This right here is the state of Florida versus Gabriel Philip Weeks. Okay. And if you look down here, you're going to see that none of these little boxes are checked, but it does give that this document will serve as authorization for attorney, defendant, or his designated representative after timely written notice to the state to conduct the said discovery of tangible objects in the above styled case. Now, what this is showing is there were witnesses present during the defendant's statements. It was Carrie, Richard, James, other category witnesses, Michael C., Gary, category B witness. The state will amend and supplement with additional responses as necessary. Now, there's a demand here for reciprocal disclosure. Now, feel free to play the polyflap leaguer if you want. Oh, thank you, Reckles. Thank you. I appreciate that. I don't know if I'll have time to do it tonight. And if you're wondering what that brings to, is for this. You have to understand that you've been hearing all of this bullshit about somebody not being a fucking convicted felon. Sorry for the language. Right here, charging offense, grand theft, false representation as a licensed certified holder, direct, performing work without building permit, direct, grand theft, engage in contracting without certification, grand theft. Between 6/8/2018 and 7/31/19 and 9/8/2019 and 2/6/2019. After an investigation of the offense and your background, it appears that interests of the state of Florida and your own will best be served by the following procedures. Therefore, under the authority of R.J. Lazzarilla, State Attorney, and for the 7th Judicial Circuit, Florida, prosecuting this matter for said violations will be deferred for a period of 18 months or years. They say /years, but 18 months from this date, provided you abide by the following conditions. What are those following conditions? You shall refrain from violation of any law, federal, state, and local. In the event of a criminal arrest while on the program, you are subject to automatic dismissal. No later than the 5th day of each month, or at the direction of your pretrial intervention officer, you will make a full and truthful report to your officer in the form provided for that purpose. You shall maintain or actively seek gainful employment, such as a weekly job, employment logs, pursue a course of study as a full-time student, or C, advise your employer of pretrial intervention or supervision and current charges, or X, provide you a current state pay stub for verification and support your dependents to the best of your ability. Now, you shall immediately inform pretrial intervention officer of any change of residence, employment, or arrest. You will allow the investigation of your personal background and make yourself available for the services of the pretrial intervention program. You shall also answer truthfully all inquiries by your pretrial intervention officer and allow the officer to visit your home, employment, school, or elsewhere and carry out all instructions. You will pay the state of Florida at the rate of $50 per month towards the cost of your supervision, plus a 4% administrative processing fee in accordance with Florida statutes 945.31 and 948.09. Those are waived. You will not use intoxicants to excess. Be required to submit to urinalysis as directed by your pretrial intervention officer. You shall not leave the country of your residence without first procuring the consent of your pretrial intervention officer. Employment purposes will be authorized upon notification of probation. You shall pay the Department of Corrections $2 a month for a surcharge fee for each month you are under supervision. If the cost of supervision is waived for any months of supervision, this fee shall be exempt. You shall pay $1 for each month under supervision. You shall pay a mandatory one-time drug fee of $30 as directed by your pretrial intervention. Note, all financial obligations shall be paid to the Department of Corrections and shall have a 4% processing charge assessed and required by Florida Statute 54.31 unless otherwise directed. You shall pay a total of $100 for cost of prosecution as directed by your officer in accordance with Florida Statute 939.01. You shall pay law enforcement investigative costs, the amount of $100 to be dispersed with accordance with Florida Statutes 938.012, Daytona Police Department, Ormond Beach Police Department, and also the other Orange County Sheriff's Office. Okay. You shall pay restitution in the amount of $7,371. How much money did you think you were needing there, Lynette? And those are going to Michael, but that doesn't stop there, because you shall pay restitution to the amount of $1,525 to the following: Sharon. Where did that money go? Where did all that money go that all you guys were chipping in there? Where do you think that money went? I don't know. It's understood that you're going to do all of these things, signed and delivered. Oh, also we have right here. What is it? There's 2 separate cases. These are for 2 separate people right here. As you can see right there, those are 2 separate individual cases. And Gabriel Philip Weeks do hereby knowingly and voluntarily admit and acknowledge that on or about 7/31/2019 of Volusia County, I did commit grand theft. Wait, he's not a felon? You said he's not a felon. You said that he's not a criminal, that he's done nothing illegal. False representation as a licensee certified horror, performing work without ability. False representation as a licensed certification holder, performing work without a building permit. Does this sound like a civil dispute? Or does this sound like felony? So any time that I'm hearing these fools tell you that oh no, you guys are wrong, there's no felony here. It looks like multiple times that you've been convicted of felony. But you're not a felon. No, you're saying your husband's not a felon. It's a civil dispute. It's a civil dispute, right? Just a civil dispute that you have to pay restitution makes it civil. It's misunderstanding. It's not a felony. Oh yeah, Linux, right? I love that. It's a civil felon. No, Inspector Guy, it's not a civil felony. It's a criminal felony. Okay. 2LU's fundraising. I don't know. Did he? Is that what they used it for? Is that what they used it for? I don't know, because it seems to me he's still under these orders. Maybe that's why she doesn't want any criminal charges brought upon her. Because if I read all of this correctly, he's already gotten in trouble once for it. Right here under this case, which is the one I showed you earlier, that case right there shows that he lives in the Villages, of course. The following notification is provided regarding the above offender's pretrial intervention program status with the Department of Correction. The offender is in willful noncompliance with the following condition of supervision, and department is recommending that the offender be removed from the PTI program effective 4/8/2024. On 4/8/2024, the offender reported and was instructed to submit to a P-test. The offender provided a specimen for testing, field tested positive for, what was that? Cocaine. The offender admitted to using cocaine and signed a positive drug usage statement. Good on him. Admitting to, doing wrong happens. Everybody, that might as well admit to it, because you're pretty much cold hard busted. Oh, I just realized your birthday is in 3.5 months. Oh, sorry to hear that, Keeper of the Chippy. If it walks like a duck, sounds like a duck, it must be a duck. We are ducks. But it goes on. It goes on even further. Order of probation. Now, therefore, is ordered in a judge, the adjudication of guilt is hereby withheld, that you are placed on probation for a period of 36 months. 36 months. From what date are we talking about? Because it looks like 36 months. Huh. This is even more right here. It's further ordered you to comply with the following conditions of supervision as provided by Florida law. You will report to the probation officer as directed. You will pay the state of Florida the amount waived per month as well for 4% surcharge. You will remain in a specified place. You will not change your residence or employment or leave the country of your residence without first getting permission. You will not possess, carry, or own any firearm. You will not possess, carry, or own any weapon without first procuring the consent of your officer. You will live without violating any law. Do you think maybe that's why they don't, that the flea should be maybe a little bit concerned? Because if he disobeys any law, but guess where it gets more interesting? You will not associate with any person engaged in any criminal activity. So curious. Is it criminal to ghostwrite? Is it criminal to do certain things like harassment, cyber stalking, cyberbullying? It sounds to me like somebody's got a reason to delay a lot of stuff here now. Now, what if they're found guilty of taking and possibly, scamming money? What could possibly go wrong there? Why do you think they're fighting so hard? Fighting so hard because somebody has to keep, little Gabriel safe because, well, he just can't seem to get a break. Sorry for your luck, Gabriel. It really sucks that you're hanging out with some really horrible people that just looks like they want to throw you under the bus too. How many times have I heard them bragging about doing what? What was it, 420 or something like that they like to brag about? Is that they like to brag about certain embedments? I wonder how his officer feels about that. The guy that's checking up on him. Is he just counting down the days? You will not use intoxicants to access or possess any drugs or narcotics unless they're prescribed by a physician, an advanced practice registered nurse, or a physician's assistant. Nor will you visit places where intoxicants, drugs, or other dangerous substances are unlawfully sold, dispensed, or used. Wait a second. Unlawful drugs dispensed, sold, or used. Didn't he go and do some work on some property that was sort of known? There was those kinds of things going on. Interesting. You will work diligently at lawful occupation, advise your employer of your probation status, and support any dependents to the best of your abilities directed by your officer. You will promptly and truthfully answer all inquiries directed to you by the court or the officer and allow your officer to visit in your home, at your employment site, or elsewhere. You will comply with all instructions your officer may give you. There was no other felony at that party. That would be a violation of his probation. Wouldn't it now, Linux? It would be really, really, really bad if there were. You'll pay restitution. You will pay restitution, court costs, and other fees in accordance with special conditions imposed or in accordance with the attached orders. You will submit to random testing as directed by your officer or the professional staff of the treatment center where you're receiving treatment to determine the presence or use of alcohol or other controlled substances. You will submit a DA sample as directed by your officer for DNA analysis prescribed in 94.3. You will submit to the taking of digitized photograph by the department. The photograph may be displayed on the department's website while you're on supervision unless exempt from disclosure due to the requirements. You will report in person within 72 hours of your release from incarceration to the probation office in Volusia County. Now, you will make restitution to the following victims as directed by the court. Victim, for the amount of $7,596.43, pay $200 minimum a month towards restitution to be divided between this case as well as restitution in the 2018 case. And all monies paid are to be towards restitution first. You will also pay $1 a month per the term of probation or community control to supplement rehabilitative efforts through the First Step funds. You're hereby placed on notice that you violate your probation or community control, and the conditions set forth in those are satisfied whether your probation or community control is revoked or not revoked. You shall be placed on electric monitoring. Electric monitoring. If you violate any of those. Wow, Gabe. That doesn't sound like a civil problem. None of this sounds civil. Civil, they don't put, electronic devices on your ankles now. So, Flea, whenever you're telling your lies, why not just tell the truth? I've been curious about this because, you hear all this talk about, well, that money was given directly to me and I could do with it whatever I want to, which I'm going to show you some of those receipts tonight. Yeah. Why? Here's a novel idea. I mean, it may seem far-fetched, but wouldn't it be just advisable if you just took that and open up your bank? Show everyone your banking records, where the money came from, where the money went to. That way there's no disputing that you only have that, what was it, that 18,000 or something like that you're going to use to basically go after Lynette if she decides to sue you for it. You're going to use that money to defend yourself with. That she's never going to see a penny of that money. Isn't that what you said, Flea? Or do you change your story again? Because, the story changes every 15 minutes, where I find it very hard to believe that anybody is even listening to them anymore whenever they start spewing their lies. But yet they do. They still continue to listen and support. He was at that Christmas party with it. No, that would have been him, Max. Not him. No, he does nothing illegal. Nothing illegal whatsoever. Also, court fees and fines imposed in sentencing with the amount of $718. So I'm wondering, did you make the money back to pay those court fees off? Because that really has to suck. That really has to suck for the Flea to know that her husband is a convicted felon. And she's got to tell this lie. I don't know if she has to tell it to herself or she just tries to tell it to her little HOA community there. That no, it's just a civil matter. It's just, don't worry about the ankle monitor. It's just a civil matter. I've got all my loofahs on. Oh, Ketchup, gross. What did you say, Ketchup? The spins make me dizzy. Yeah. Well, we've got some of the spins for you. Well, that 18K is going to do a lot of good. Well, yeah. What was that? Let me get, you got right here. She said she's not, no, she said he's not a real felon. It's a lie, and she can prove it just last night when she said all those texts were a joke. I set up. Maybe it's her foot we're always hearing her chewing on. Yeah, it could be hers, or maybe she's trying to gnaw off the ankle monitor. I don't know. It could be any number of things. Yeah, all of this was signed off on the 26th day of August 2024. It's been just a little over a year out of 36 months. How many months are in a year? Let's see, that'd be 12, 36 months. That sounds like you're not even just a little bit over a quarter of the way done with your time of being just a civil thing. It's a civil thing. You weren't in the court. You didn't see these documents. They don't exist. We can't pull this information up. This doesn't exist. Civil, right? Civil. That's what they call it. You're spinning me round. Hey, Tizzy. Oh, hey, brother. Flea has been a piece of shit her entire life. Lies, spins, BS, diffusion, distraction, etc. All she knows. Problem is she can't keep her lies straight, and she tries to backtrack and spin those. Well, it's pretty hard to spin whenever you weigh 1.5 tons. Trust log this weekend that was, it was about 1,200 pounds. I don't know. I haven't weighed it yet. I'll have to weigh it whenever I take it to the mill. But I've got a piece of live oak that is huge, and I'm a little sore from it. Lifting this damn thing and putting it on the damn trailer. 2 hours of that, getting that damn thing on a trailer. Leverage is a wonderful thing. How you doing, Yoma? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Why does Ketchup look like some character from Jetsons in her profile pic? Because she's hot. I mean, come on. Who didn't want to have Judy as their significant other in the year 2020? Hey, Omaha, good to see you, brother. Yes, Robbie is a felon. Yeah. I mean, but of course, as the Flea would tell it, he's never done anything wrong. Never done anything wrong. Amazing how that works, right? No, he's never done a single damn thing wrong in his life. He's as sweet as apple pie. It was just a civil dispute. It was civil, something like that. Yeah, that's what we tell people. Because, telling the truth might just be a little bit too much. We can't have that. We can't tell people exactly what happened here, because if we do, what? People are going to care. They might be a little bit concerned where their money is going. That once you start digging in, you start finding all these things out. And tonight we're going to go over some of their bullshit lies. So I hope you guys are ready. I hope that you're buckled up, you're strapped in, and you are ready to see some shit tonight. And that's why we're going to be taking it over to Rumble here shortly. I've just got to make sure that I've got everything set up for it, because it is going to be a long one. If you can hang, it's going to be awesome. My Rumble chat is up in the stream. It is there. Why is it not doing what I ask it to? For some reason, it has seemed to disappear something on me. Why, oh why did it do that? Oh. Should be right there. Why is it not working? I hate it, because I'm looking for something, but it seems to be giving me a hard time. See, I can't change my background. I can't do anything right now. It's giving me difficulties. Manners, comments. All right. Media. Why is it not working? What did StreamYards do to my shit? See, this right here should have changed my background, but it's not changing. Damn it. Give me just a second. I'm gonna jump for a second, but I'll be right back. It'll take me just a second. Give me a second. I'll be right back. This damn thing is being difficult. Copy and leave studio. Just right. Yeah, see this now it's allowing me to do it because I've got a rumble switch that's about to happen. All rabbits matter. This is going to be really good. So if you're not part on Rumble, the link is up there. You can go check that out. And this is where we are going to start showing some of those receipts. I hope you guys are ready for it. Here we go.